Okay. I'm going to talk about sick day instructions or what to do if there's a problem with her pods and you have to give injections manually or whatever. So I'm going to go over, this is her, the summary from Dr. Wagner, which I need to remember to write her phone number up there. Oh, well, actually, if I forget, right down here at the bottom is their contact information. And you just have to ask, whenever they answer the phone, ask for Dr. Wagner's nurse, and they will patch you over to her, and they usually pick up right away. It's very rare that I've ever had to leave a message. Anyway, and Mom, I added you as an authorized person to speak to on their chart, on her chart today, so that shouldn't be a problem. You can call if you need to. So you already know some of this. Anytime Ellie's not feeling well, or her sugar's over 300, she's supposed to be checking for ketones every 2 hours. If the ketones are moderate to large, that is considered an emergency, and you'd need to call Dr. Wagner's office, and they will give you specific instructions of what to do. So if she has like an upset stomach, or is nausea, or just feeling a tummy ache, then give her Zofran right away, and that actually usually takes care of it pretty quickly. And she needs to check for ketones and keep up on that every 2 hours. If she has moderate or large ketones, or even small, then she needs to start drinking a lot of water, as much as she can tolerate, to flush it out. All right, so here's the part that gets really tricky. This is the carb ratio and the sensitivity. And this is what I'm going to show you on her pump. And you will only have to worry about this if you can't use the pods for some reason. I don't anticipate that happening, but you never know. So, there's little Ellie. Okay, so the carb ratio, this is for figuring out her insulin to carb count. So when she's getting ready to eat something, put her down, please. And hang on, I'm going to pause. All right, sorry, we had to put the cat down. By we, I mean Ellie. All right, so anytime she's going to eat, what this means is she would have to use 1 unit for every 15 grams if it's between midnight and 6 a.m., 1 unit for 7 grams at 6 a.m. until 4 p.m. No. Wait a minute, that looks like a typo. Hang on. Oh, sorry, from midnight till 6 a.m. Then that's when you do 7 grams. Then from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. you do 1 unit of insulin for every 6 grams of food. And then from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. it's 1 unit of insulin for 15 grams of food. The sensitivity is what her blood sugar is at now. So for example, Mandy, are you okay? The cat just clawed Mandy on the way down. So for example, let's say that her sugar is at 180 and she needs like a correction dose because that's higher than her target. You can see her targets down here. So let's say she's at 180 and it's midnight and she's going to bed, which don't be surprised by that. She actually might be going to bed at midnight. No kidding, she needs to go to bed earlier than that. So anyway, it'd be 1 unit for 90 milligrams. So you'd give one, if she's at 180, then that's 90, 180, so she would get 2 units of insulin. Now keep in mind that if she was going to eat something, eat a little snack at the same time, so then it would be 2 units for the sensitivity, in addition to, let's say she's just having 15 grams as a snack, so add 1 more unit. So she would get 3 units total. Now, this is all just for the Novolog, the slow-acting insulin. if it does come, no matter what happens, if for some reason you're having to give injections, you have to call Dr. Wagner's office and find out how much of the long-acting insulin she would need. The long-acting insulin is Basaglar, and it's only done once a day at bedtime usually. So, and that we have that's in the pen, the insulin pens, and that's in the butter compartment in our refrigerator up here. And actually, we have a whole bunch in the door downstairs, in the door of the refrigerator downstairs as well. So, I think that's pretty much all you need to know about this. Emergencies for her include vomiting, moderate and large ketones. Also, if she is running a high blood sugar, even after having insulin to dose or to try to correct it, if her sugar's just not coming down and not making sense, it would be worth putting in a call to the nurse to find out what they want to do. Because sometimes if she's getting sick but just not showing symptoms yet, her sugar can go high and stay up there for a while. And so they might have you administer a shot. Like it says right down here. One bolus does not significantly lower an elevated glucose in 40 to 50 minutes. Inject the correction dose with a needle and change the site. So the correction dose is like what we talked about right here. So if she was at, now obviously she would be, let's say she's at 360, okay, and I'll just use the one unit for 90 milligrams at midnight. So if she's at 360 and just steadily staying there, not coming down, then she would need the correction dose would be 4 units of Novolog. So those injections can go in the backs of her arms and in her belly, but she will probably only let you do it in the back of her arm, and that's okay. And then finally, the Glucagon. There is another one of these in the door of the fridge upstairs. This one, I think, actually is expiring. Yeah, it expires on the 8th. It would probably be okay just to keep it longer than that.
He just attacked Molly.
The cat just got Molly. She was walking by. So, just to refresh you on how this works, first I have to get it open. Hang on. Please hold. Okay. So you just open this up, and she will get the full dose, the full amount that's in here. So I don't know if you can see this. There, maybe if I put a shadow on it. Right now it's just like a powder in there. So you can kind of see it at the very bottom. And there. And then here is the syringe that's got the water in it already. So you would remove the cap and inject all the liquid into this little vial, and then draw it all back up into the syringe and give this a shot in her thigh. Now, the only time you will do that is if she is like unconscious. I'm not sure about if she's having a seizure or not. We're not going to worry about that. If she's having a seizure, you're going to be calling 911 anyway. But if it ends up that she has such a low sugar that she does pass out, then do the glucagon shot first and then call 911. And it's supposed to act pretty quickly, from what I understand. It works really fast. And that, I think, is everything that you need to know for Ellie. Oh, yeah. So a severe, sorry, I just turned the page and saw this. A severe low blood glucose, loss of consciousness, or a seizure, then you would use the glucagon first and then call 911 and then call the doctor. All right. That is all.